If you're diabetic, designing your diet can be a bit tricky, but luckily nature has given us a delicious treat that's naturally sweet but healthy. Yes, we're talking about fruits. Fruits are healthy to eat even for people with diabetes. They contain carbs and the natural sugar fructose, and they can be eaten raw or combined with other dishes. You see, everyone should eat a balanced diet that provides enough energy and helps to maintain a healthy weight. So although the carbs and sugars in fruit can sometimes raise blood glucose levels, they are still good for most diabetics when eaten in moderation. Fruits contain lots of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals, all of which are beneficial for our bodies. Phytochemicals in particular boost good health and lowers the risk of cancer, heart disease, and stroke. And as long as you pay attention to the portion size, whole fresh fruit is an excellent choice for the diabetic diet. That said, however, not all fruits are created equal. And there are certain fruits which offer massive benefits to diabetics and pre-diabetics in particular. That's why in today's video, we'll take a closer look at the top 10 fruits for diabetics. So you only get the best that nature has to offer. On top of that, you'll also learn what is the glycemic index score and glycemic load, and why is this important, how each fruit impacts your blood sugar levels, and the optimal serving sizes and nutritional guidelines for each fruit. Plus, you'll be surprised to find out which of our top 10 fruits have the best glycemic levels, and which ones slow the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. But before we continue, please take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We want to make sure you get the latest info so you can live a long and healthy life. And watch until the end to find out how you can get 2 free gifts from us. Now, what is glycemic load exactly, and why is it so important when it comes to choosing your fruits? In a nutshell, glycemic load, or GL, measures how quickly glucose enters the bloodstream with a given food and the actual amount of glucose it delivers. Some say that GL gives a better picture than glycemic index, or GI, but it helps to look at both. GI and GL vary by size and ripeness of each fruit, and it's why you'll see slightly different numbers on different health sources. And that's also why it's beneficial to always watch the portion sizes and keep the ripeness in mind when adjusting your portion. So in this video, we'll show you the 10 best fruits with a GI and GL, which are ideal for diabetics. Let's kick things off, starting with number 10. Number 10, grapes. Grapes have a glycemic index of 59 and glycemic load of 11. They have the highest scores of our 10 fruits, but grapes are bite-sized, so you can have just a few or a full portion size of 10 to 14 grapes. According to Clean Eating magazine, grapes contain several compounds, including resveratrol and quercetin, which reduce blood sugar levels. The magazine also noted that high consumption of grapes reduces the risk of diabetes. The Mayo Clinic has stated that resveratrol can also lower your risk for heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and blood clots. Along with these benefits, grapes also offer fiber, vitamin C, and vitamin K. You can add in a few grapes to your meal, sliced grapes to a salad, or have a small handful for dessert without ruining your blood sugar levels. They work as a nice pick-me-up too, as they're one of the juicier fruits. Number 9, bananas. Here's another handy snack with a glycemic index of 52 and glycemic load of 10. The portion size is usually half a banana when the fruit is on the larger size. Also, the GI and GL scores rise as this fruit ripens, so try to eat bananas that have just turned yellow to keep the sugar content down. In addition to potassium and vitamin C, one small banana has roughly 90 calories, 23 carbs, and 12 grams of sugar. That sounds like more sugar than it is, because bananas have resistant starch. And this is something we don't digest, so it slows down the sugar absorption. Researchers studied the effects of resistant starch on lipid and glucose metabolism in patients with either prediabetes or diabetes, and they published their findings in a study in atherosclerosis. Before that, research had already proved many health benefits from resistant starch, such as increased insulin sensitivity, preventing obesity, and lowering cholesterol. In this particular study, patients with an average age of 65 received 4.5 grams of resistant starch from a green banana flour a day. Researchers recorded the participants' body composition, laboratory assessments, and diet before and after the 6-month study. The patients showed a decrease in systolic blood pressure, body mass index, fat mass, weight, and waist and hip circumference, while also gaining lean body mass. They even had reduced fasting glucose levels. So make sure to include bananas in your diet and eat them as green as you can. You might also want to purchase green banana powder to mix into drinks, but cooking it burns away some of the benefits. Number 8. Kiwi fruit. Our next fruit down on the list has a GI of 50 and a GL of 7.7. Kiwi is sweet and sour and loaded with nutrients. It has 71% of your needed daily vitamin C, 5% of your potassium, and 8% of your fiber for the day. One kiwi comes in at only 42 calories, 10 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of sugar. A 2016 study in New Zealand called Kiwi Fruit a double agent for glycemic control and nutrient enhancement. The study also found that eating kiwi fruit with breakfast will significantly slow the uptake of sugars. The fiber in kiwi fruit has a high capacity for holding and attracting water in your digestive system. As a result, it swells like a gel, which slows down the absorption of sugar in your bloodstream, keeping your energy levels nice and even throughout the day. Dice kiwi into oatmeal, a salad, or quinoa for a tasty addition. Number 7. Apples. An apple has a GI of 36 and a GL of 6. You've probably noticed those numbers are dropping as we move down this list. An apple does have 19 grams of sugar, but the fiber makes it a good food for diabetics. It's not just the fiber that's good for you. Apples also have polyphenols, a compound that slows the digestion of carbs and lowers blood sugars. According to a 2020 article titled Dietary Polyphenols as Anti-Diabetic Agents, apples also reduce insulin resistance so your body can do its job better. Even with all those benefits, it has just 95 calories and 25 grams of carbs, with 4 grams of fiber. That's 16% of the fiber you need in a day. It also has 9% of your daily vitamin C. And remember to eat the skin for even more benefits. Number 6. Plums. Here's a fruit that many people don't think about often. It's a healthy choice with a GI of 40 and a GL of only 2. Plums are hard to get out of season, but when in season, they're sweet and juicy and come with some surprising benefits. With only 30 calories and 8 grams of carbs per plum, they offer vitamins A, C, K, and potassium. Here's the kicker. Plums can actually lower blood sugar levels according to the study entitled Functional Foods-Based Diet as a Novel Dietary Approach for Management of Type 2 Diabetes and Its Complications. Eating this fruit increases your adiponectin levels, which is a hormone that regulates blood sugar. So whenever plums are available, make sure to add them to your diet. Number 5. Pears. Pears have a GI score of 30 and GL of 7, putting them in the middle of our list. They're sweet and packed with fiber, which again is essential to balancing your blood sugars. One pear has about 20% of your daily fiber need, plus vitamin C, vitamin K, potassium, and 16% of your daily copper need. And red-skinned pears contain carotenoids, which reduce your risk for cancer and eye disease. Pears are another fruit that can go on top of your salad. They're often hard when you find them in the store, but they ripen quickly into a sweet, soft fruit at home. Number 4, oranges. Here's another handy fruit for taking in your lunch, and this one is a GI of 40 and a GL of 4.4. That second number is really dropping. A bit of surprise when an orange is so sweet. A medium orange has about 70 calories, 17 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fiber. It offers potassium and folate, which normalizes the blood pressure as an added bonus. Oranges are also an excellent source of pectin. That's a soluble fiber that lowers LDL cholesterol levels. And of course, oranges are famous for their vitamin C content, with 78% of what you need in a day. Vitamin C is even more important for diabetics, as shown in the 2019 study published on NPS MedicineWise, titled, "Can Vitamin C Help Type 2 Diabetes?" In this study, post-meal blood sugar levels were significantly lower for patients after 4 months of vitamin C supplementation, compared to a group that had a placebo treatment. The patients also had lower blood pressure and fewer hours every day with high blood sugar levels. So reach for an orange to boost your immune system and lower blood sugar. We're almost at the end of our top 10 fruits for diabetics, but before we proceed, it's time to reveal your 2 free gifts. 10 incredible foods that reduce blood sugar and the scary truth about sugar, 1-hour documentary. Click the link in the description below to claim these free gifts. Number 3, peaches. If you were surprised to see oranges so low on the list, you'll be even more surprised to find out that a sweet peach is number 3 with a GI of 28 and a GL of 3. They're a magic food according to Reader's Digest, Diabetes Quick Fix with Magic Foods, which says that peaches have the most fiber compared to apricots and plums. Peaches have a low glycemic load thanks to their high water and fiber content, which also makes them a filling and sweet treat that you're actually allowed to have. According to Reader's Digest, stone fruits like peaches or other fruit with hard pits have compounds that protect the eyes from cataracts. For nutrition, a medium peach comes in at 59 calories, 14 grams of carbs, 11% of your daily vitamin C, and 6% of your potassium. Peaches are the perfect summer treat, especially if you grill them and sprinkle them with a dash of cinnamon. They're also a tasty addition to salads. Number 2, cherries. Cherries are just about as close as you can get to natural candy, yet they only have a GI of 20 and a GL of 6. And like grapes, they're easy to pack in a lunch, and you can eat a few or a full serving. They're high in potassium and other antioxidants that boost your immune system. Plus, a serving gives you 40% of your daily vitamin A. Cherries have powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that help you recover after strenuous exercise. A study called Cherry Antioxidants from Farm to Table found that tart cherry juice and its concentrate sped up muscle recovery while also decreasing muscle pain from exercise. Cherries also improve sleep while reducing arthritis and gout, so grab a few of these sweet treats for better health. Number 1, blackberries. All berries are healthy choices, although the glycemic index and load vary quite a bit. Blackberries have a notoriously low GI of 25 and GL of only 2.02. The American Diabetes Association says that berries are a diabetes superfood because they're packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and soluble fiber. A study published in Diabetes in Research and Clinical Practice showed that participants with a diet of modest or high levels of soluble fiber had a 12% decrease in blood sugar after just 3 months. These berries have another benefit from a compound called anthocyanins that gives them their rich color. The dark color is full of antioxidants that help your skin stay healthy. A review in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry said blackberries help improve brain health and help prevent memory loss caused by aging. The antioxidants in berries fight free radicals and even help brain neurons communicate with each other. That reduces inflammation in the brain, and that's partly why berries help with cognitive and motor issues that plague people as they age. In addition to blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and other less known berries are full of health benefits and low in sugar. And since they offer different health benefits, remember to mix different kinds of berries into your diet. Berries make it easy to spread your fruit consumption throughout the day. Add a few to breakfast, some in your lunch, and eat some as a tasty snack. Now that we've rounded up our top 10 fruits for diabetics, you might be thinking, okay, now I know which fruits are good for me, but how much of these fruits should I actually consume? The typical recommendation for both adults and children is to eat 5 servings of fruit and veggies a day. You might not realize it, but that recommendation also applies to diabetics. We already covered some portion sizes as we were counting down the top 10 fruits for diabetics, such as half a banana, which is 1 serving. However, some individual pieces of fruit make up 1 serving size, such as a small apple, orange, peach, pear, or plum. In some cases, 2 fruits make up 1 serving, such as 2 small kiwis or 2 small tangerines. Berries, our very top fruit for diabetics, has a larger portion size of a full cup. For larger fruits, 1 serving is a medium-sized fruit, similar to the size of a baseball. It is recommended that you fill half of your plate with fruits and vegetables at each meal. Whether you're diabetic or just watching your blood sugar levels, non-starchy vegetables should make up half of your meal. The other half of your plate should be filled with protein and high-fiber starches, like beans or whole grains. It's good to include healthy fats as well, but just remember to eat a variety of fruits and veggies. And now you know the top 10 very best fruits for lowering blood sugar levels. Which are your favorite fruits? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Most of all, don't forget to grab your 2 free gifts. Just click the link in the description below. From everyone here at Diabetics Talk, thanks for watching and have a healthy day.